Hello and welcome back to Strongwoman High's Dash Life is a Mishmash. Today we have very special guests joining us. We have Maria Krzesinska on the pod. How are you doing, Maria?
I'm good, and congratulations on your pronunciation there.
And do you know why I'm so good at that pronunciation? It's because Danny Curtis says it all the time and I've just copied him.
He has got it nailed. To be fair, he
He's
has
got
got
the
it
good
nailed.
pronunciation, hasn't he? He's got the good pronunciation. But
Yeah.
right, let's give everyone a little bit of an elevator pitch. Who you are, what you're all about then.
Okay. I am a masters athlete, so I'm 44. I compete in the opens class because they won't give us an 8 to choose.
Boo.
Um, but yeah, originally I was an 82 athlete when I started back in 2019. So I've been doing this for 6 years now. Yeah, I've won a few things. 2021 was my most successful year. And I won BNSF England's, Brits, third at Europe's, and then one way of Worlds. I won England's in the UKNS last year. I've done 21, 22, 24. This year will be my fourth OSG. I did my first official Strongman Europe's this year. And I've just done UKNS, well, it's not UKNS now, Natural Strongman, again this year, all the way to Worlds, and just done the Worlds in August where I came ninth.
Hell yeah. Honestly, Natty Worlds this year was insane, wasn't it? The standard was just crazy.
Absolutely epic. It was awesome. Oh, and I have a world record as well.
Hell yeah, you do. What's your world record in? Tell us about your world record.
It's the Atlas Stone. So I did that. I did the record breakers down at Barbell Division last year for Natural Strongman, and I got a British deadlift record at 190, and then thought, well, I'm here, I might as well do all the lifts. So I did the log, but my log's never going to set a record for anything. And then did the stone just because everybody else was, and yeah, got a Atlas Stone record for the Masters too.
Hell yeah, that's fucking sick. That proper cool. And of all the records to have as well, like World Stone record is pretty cool, isn't it?
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
I feel like it's one of the records that I would be like, yeah, I'd be buzzing if I got a stone record. They're just a bit more hardcore stone records, aren't they?
It's kind of the most stereotypical strongman thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just proper pure strongman, innit? Proper. No,
Yeah.
I love it. Epic, right. Well, let's get straight into the pod then. So what has been your Strongwoman high, Maria?
Oh, this is probably the hardest one because there's so many. Just the sport itself. So I've done a few different sports over the years. I did gymnastics and dance. I've ridden horses since I was a little kid. Played a little bit of rugby because I come from a rugby family, but that wasn't anything like major. Just messing about, really. Never played for a team or anything. Did athletics when I was at school, secondary school. I was fast then. I don't know where it went because I'm not anymore. I used to sprint. I used to do 100, 200 metres. And a bit of play with a long jump. So I also was explosive, but again, that died a death. And then I did nothing for years, had kids and stuff. And then when I did Strongman for the first time in 2019, that was it. I fell in love with it. The community is the biggest high, without a doubt. It's incredible. The only other sport I found anywhere like it is rugby. Doesn't compare. I'd done 2 powerlifting meets as my first kind of strongman things, and they were fun and they were great, and I liked the competitive atmosphere and stuff. But the strongman community is just something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably my biggest high. Obviously, the things that I've won are cool. My first OSG was an amazing experience. Like, I never expected to get there. So that was a big high. Also, watching one of my best friends. So one of my best friends in the whole wide world is Naomi Hadley. She came to the gym that I was working at 5 years ago-ish, as a little newbie. And kind of went, can I do yoke with you, please? And watching her career and everything she's done in the last couple of years is probably one of my biggest highs. It's and seeing like all the support like around that is just the sport supporting the athletes, that's my high.
I love that. Yeah, I totally agree. And people say it all the time. Like the community that Strongman brings to your life is just insane, isn't it? You get a whole new group of mates who just like are so supportive, and everyone's like a little bit weird and just like fits into this little weird niche sport, and we all just find each other in this little weird niche community, and we're like, oh my god,
It is the sport of the misfits. That's like without a doubt. Like,
absolutely.
we're all a bit odd. We're all a bit crazy. I mean, we have to be to do what we do.
Yeah.
Like we pick up cars, we play with huge chunks of rock, we, throw things over our heads. We've got to be a bit mad.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. Which one was your first OSG? Was it 2021?
It was. Yeah. So the year before the hurricane.
Yeah, the year before Hurricane Gate. Fucking hell, yeah.
So I qualified for that completely not by chance, because obviously I entered the qualifiers, but it was a complete surprise. So I started 2019, did a first timers in 2019 in the April, then had a bit of a niggle with my back, so I had to pull out what was supposed to be my second comp.
Mm-hmm.
Did something called Limitless at Grindhouse before they moved, which is run by a lady called Hannah Newman, and I love the concept. So it's a completely inclusive comp. They don't have gendered categories. They have kind of levels. So it's like a level 1, level 2, level 3. You enter the level that was most appropriate to you. So you compete in all mixed. I did that. And a truck pull a few weeks before at Grindhouse as well. So I did that with my youngest son, and we both came second in our respective categories, which was lovely.
Nice.
And then I did Queen of the North in the October at Chaos in the novice, because it's literally my third comp, so did that as a novice, and met Ray, who then became my coach. And 2020 was supposed to be my year of getting experience, so I was supposed to do just loads of comps and just have some fun and get some experience, learn the sport, because I'd never had a coach before really either. So those first couple of comps I didn't have a coach. I didn't know how to log press. Like my first comp, it was hilarious. I was literally just picking this. It was only a little log, fortunately, but I was literally picking this little log up, no cleaning it, just literally pick it up and put it over my head.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. But
absolutely power snatching it like footless.
Like literally. I think it was about 30 kilos, so it was like I hadn't got a clue. So sorted that out. I know how to clean and press a log. Still not very good at it, but I know how to do it. But yeah, 2020 was supposed to be my year of getting experience, and of course COVID hit. So I think I actually did 2 comps that year. So entered the qualifiers as something to do.
Yeah.
And I was still an 82 then. I was a 39-year-old 82, but I was still an 82 then. Because I didn't start till I was 38. So entered the qualifiers, didn't expect to come anywhere. It was just literally, we can see where you stack up against everybody else, and just something to aim for, something to do. And then got the email through in I think it was the August, September time, saying that I'd got a spot, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh shit.
I literally opened the email on my break at work, and I sat there and cried, and then just made lots of very excited phone calls that I've qualified for this thing, and then it's like, okay, how do we figure out how do I get there? Yeah. But obviously because of COVID, the comp didn't happen until the following year, which thankfully I then turned 40 and Lynn let me move into the master's class, so I didn't completely die.
Nice.
But yeah, so I guess that qualifying for that was probably my big high, and that was kind of the start of my kind of main journey and just doing all sorts of crazy stuff that I never thought I would.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. And I do think going to OSG, we've spoke about this a couple of times on the podcast. It's such a good experience. You get, and it is I know some people do go there just because it's a fun experience, isn't it? It's a wild experience.
I never thought I'd get to do it again. Okay, yes, I have. But at the time, I thought this could be my only chance to ever do it. I didn't go with any expectation of doing well. So I knew the ladies that I was going to be against were incredible. I think Sam Taylor and Aishola and that were in my class. I was like, what? I'd been lifting months and was just okay. So, I just didn't want to come last, which I didn't. I think I came like 2 from bottom. So I was like, cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was just about going and having some fun and getting that experience of the whole thing. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And my family,
Yeah.
it meant I had family there as well. So my parents and 2 of my sisters live in America. So I don't get to see them very often because OSG's in America. It's the one comp that my parents come to every time.
Oh,
So that was
nice.
cool. And my youngest at the time had just gone to America on a rugby scholarship. So he was out there as well, and he was in West Virginia, and they allowed him to come out of college for the week. Well, about a week, and come down to Florida as well to be able to be there and watch, which was very cool. And my eldest came with me.
Oh, that's class, that. Absolutely class. So you got 2 sons. Do both of them do
3.
strongman?
I've got
3?
2. One of them doesn't do strongman at all. No.
2 out of 3 is not bad, though.
Yeah. 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 So the middle one, he does my other favourite thing, which is horses. So,
Nice.
yeah. So the youngest and the eldest have both dabbled. Eldest just a little bit. The youngest is as mad as I am. Um, but they both followed me into the sport, which was quite nice. It wasn't. I get asked that. I was like, oh, did you follow them into the sport? Did they get you into it? No, I got them into it.
Yeah, that's so cool, that though, isn't it? Like, so cool that you were the person that was like, right, come on, let's go and do a bit of strongman for your sons as well. Like, what a cool thing for them to see growing up too, to see the mum being like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go and get really strong. See ya.
Yeah, they've been like really really supportive. To be fair, so they're always there. And like if I've got a comp, it's like anything I need. My youngest now coaches my overhead. So, I
Nice.
mean, he has a world record, so that's kind of like, and he's coached himself to that. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah. What a
yeah.
fucking
So
inspirational family unit you've got going on, Maria.
you're just mad. That's what it is, really. We're just going. Yeah, should we do this? Yeah, fuck it, let's do this.
Well, if it works, mate, doesn't it?
Something
Class.
like that.
No, it's absolutely class. I love that. So, do you find any struggles like with a couple of you in the family doing strongman at the same time, or does it all just work pretty well?
I mean, it works quite well. So obviously we all understand what goes into it and stuff, and we support each other, go into each other's comps and things like that. So it's not like you've got one person that does it and nobody else in the family does it. And what are you doing? Can't you
Yeah,
come to this? Can't you do this? So it kind of becomes a bit of a family thing. And it's like
yeah,
my eldest only done one comp, and he doesn't train at the moment, but he'll still try and be supportive and come to comps and things like that with me. Asks about how things. If he can't come, it's like he'll be asking me for updates and things like that. So it's like it I think it helps that more of us do it and we kind of all know it, if you know what I mean. So
yeah.
at comp days it can be stressful. If me and Ant are competing at the same comp, I get more nervous for him than I do for myself. So, and like watching him compete, even if I'm not competing, like if he's doing a comp that I'm not doing, like I get so nervous for him and so stressed for him. It's like, yeah, my head's like, oh, way more than I get for myself, which is kind of mad. But yeah,
I think
yeah.
maybe helps your performance if you stress for him instead of yourself, where you're like,
But
fucking, I
it's
don't
like
care what I do.
I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. Yeah,
Oh no, yeah, no. To be fair, yeah, maybe that doesn't work that well.
debatable. Yeah. So
Amazing.
I've had good performances when he's there and when he's not. So yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I bet your food bill is extortionate.
Well, fortunately, they're all old enough to pay for their own food. So
Thank God for that. I want to be feeding multiple strong people in one
oh
household.
Jesus, that would cost me a fortune. Yeah, I couldn't afford that. If I got to feed them as well, I wouldn't be competing. I wouldn't be able to afford it.
No way, we're literally just talking about how bloody expensive strongman is before, weren't we? Like fucking
Yeah,
jokes. It's the most. I mean, you could do it cheaply, but if you want to do it well and get invested, it's not. It's not
yeah.
a particularly cheap sport, is it?
No, I do things on the cheap as much as possible. Like I say, my son coaches my overhead, so um,
Get out for free.
yes. Yes. But yeah, he does do coaching though. If people are interested.
Nice. Oh, well, I'll
Got to
add
do the
it to
mum.
the.
Got to do the mum thing there and put that out there.
Got to do the plug there. No problem. I'll put it in the. We'll put him in the show notes below as well if anyone's interested. But yeah, perfect. Right. Well, let's move on then and ruin the good vibes and go to the Strongwoman lows.
So this one was easy. It was also OSG, but 2022, the hurricane year,
The cursed.
was it was horrific. No other way of putting it. So it wasn't just the comp. I have a few health issues, female related health issues, that meant I had a very, very poorly timed, very, very bad period,
Oh.
that left me losing a lot of blood and not being anywhere near the kind of peak of health that I should have been to go and do what we got to do. So that combined with it then being squashed into one day and the day being about 6 hours long, nothing kind of went to plan. I multiple times felt like just going, I'm not doing anymore, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So it was the first and only time I've ever thought about quitting the sport.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was a big low. But it opened my eyes to that. Yes, I'd qualified again, and on a good day, I was good enough to be there, but I wasn't good enough to be there if I wasn't at my best.
Right.
So it kind of opened my eyes to I need to do some more work before I can be at this level all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very fair.
So it was an awful experience. Not great. Like it was literally still seeing everybody, which is one of the things I love about OSG. Is like I've made friends all around the world, and I get to see them when I go to OSG. But other than that, it was horrific. I know you were there yourself and stuff. I know, like, just and like the extra stress of are we going to have to evacuate? Are we going to? When we were fortunate, we were in an Airbnb, but literally bits of the road along the coast where we'd kind of come in had collapsed.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we didn't have to evacuate. We didn't have to go anywhere else. It was just kind of stay in and sit it out. But it was, it was stress and stuff that nobody needed.
Nah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. I think, like, because I look back at it now and it's like funny to think about it because of everything that went wrong. But like, if I'd been ill at that point as well, I can't even imagine how fucking stressful and shit that would have been. Because like, we were all just like having a nice time. I was an open weight as well at that point, so I wasn't even cutting. I was just fucking eating whatever I wanted and having a laugh. So it didn't really matter for us too much. But I can't even imagine how shit it must have been. Also, not being very well there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like all the things combined. It was just like, so I didn't even attempt to qualify for 2023. I was like, no, I'm just gonna focus on getting stronger, getting a bit more comp experience, and and then came back for last year, so that was all good.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you just need a little break sometimes, don't you? And OSG is such a stressful, like, setup for the comp as well. It's not even just the comp that you've got to deal with. It's the whole run up to it. The preps are so heavy and, like, then you've got to sort out all your travel. Like, it's such a high level of stress in it. Like, you've got to be in the right headspace to get through it.
Definitely. And I'm generally, like, I'm a happy lifter. So I'm not somebody who pulls on like bad experiences or being angry or scary things or anything like that for my hype or anything. I need to be in a good frame of mind. I'm focused but happy. So like I'm one of these that will be dancing between the sets. But, if I'm listening to my own music, I'm singing along as I'm lifting and stuff like, and I lift the best then. So which is why I love, probably one of the reasons why I love comps, because I get to see everybody. I'm quite social and that, like, I vibe off everybody else's vibes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which can go wrong because if everybody else is down, and then that also gets to me. But yeah. I vibe off the hype of comp, so like I need to be in that headspace for things to go well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really interesting as well because, like, obviously, if like novice lifters are listening, you see a lot of lifters on Instagram and stuff like that getting so hyped and so like angry and like headbutting walls and shit like that, and you like
headbutt the yoke and then make their heads bleed. And you're like,
Yeah,
why?
like mental. Like I get that some people have to have that to do like their setups and stuff like that, but I'm not that way. I'm very chill. I'm same as you. Like if I'm happy, I'll probably do really well. If I'm in a shit mood, I'm going to do badly. Like I can't
Yeah,
pull off of anger at all. It
no,
doesn't work for me. But it's really hard to find that though, isn't it? Like because I remember when I first started, and and whenever I was getting coached, specifically probably more from men, they'd be like, "You need to get more hyped. You need to get more aggressive. Like pull it with some aggression. Like hit that deadlift hard." And like I'd be like, "Oh, okay," I'd be trying to like slap myself in the face and be like, "Well, come on, let's go," and I
yeah.
still wouldn't get it. And I'm like, "This is fucking shit. This doesn't work."
I think that's where the difference, like, there needs to be the kind of differentiation between intent and aggression.
Yeah,
They're two different things, and you can have intent without aggression.
yeah,
Um,
100%.
like, it's the intent that you need. You don't have to have the aggression. Some people it works for, but a lot of people it doesn't. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think definitely for more women than men, like I don't know many women who get super, super aggressive and hyped before they lift. Like it is definitely more of a male like dominated side, that thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
But I know some women do, and it's not like a dig or anything. It's just like you just gotta
it's
find
just
what
what
works
works
for
for
you,
them.
haven't you?
Yeah, it is that whole thing, finding what works for you. And a lot of the whole sport, I think that's another thing I love about the sport, is that like powerlifting has very rigid set rules. It's got to move this way, it's got to be done this, that, the other. We have basic rules, and then it's just get the weight from A to B.
Yeah,
You find what works best for you.
yeah, 100%.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Like
hundred
if
percent.
that's different from somebody else, doesn't matter as long as it's within the fairly loose rules. To be fair, it's
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. There's just a lot more room for interpretation in strongman, isn't there? I think that's why a lot of us
yeah,
like it a bit more because it's just not
a
as
bit
many
more
rules.
flexible.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ask you as well about like your cycle and stuff. If you want to talk about that, you don't have to, but how that
No,
affects
that's
you
fine.
in your training and like competitions and stuff as well. Because I'm new to the period game. I only just got my period back after hundreds of years of not having it because I've been on the depo injection. So I've had it this
Yeah.
year now and got like an actual cycle, and I've not really noticed massive differences in my strength. I've noticed massive differences in my hunger. Like, so sometimes not hungry at all, couldn't give a flying fuck. Sometimes can't eat enough food. I feel like I'm going to die if I don't eat constantly. But then,
Yeah,
like, I've not really noticed enough of a difference in my strength levels while I'm on my
good.
cycle. So I just wanted to ask you, what's your experience with it?
So yeah, definitely get the hunger thing. Usually week running up to, so the week before, I'm hungry all the time. Then when I
Yeah,
actually come on my period, usually my hunger drops. Um, and then sometimes if it's a bad month, I'd struggle to eat.
yeah,
So it swings from one to the other. It's almost like my body's going, next week's going to be shit. We're going to prepare you now.
yeah, yeah. That's what
Pretty
I
good.
feel like my body does. Yeah, exactly the same. It's like we're going to prepare you, you're going to be okay, but like this bit's going to suck.
Yeah, yeah, which is kind of good. But it definitely, I do notice different things. And I think as I've got, so I didn't start lifting until I was older. So I've got the whole perimenopause thing going on now as well, which is
Yeah.
another fun game. Lovely bit of woman. Uh, which now means my cycle it does what it wants when it wants. I just have to kind of listen to my body to see if there's any signs of what it might be doing.
Mm,
Because I've gone from like a fairly well, I have a Marina coil, so
hmm
that's like a permanent hormone thing. And for the first few years that I was on it, no periods, brilliant, amazing, best thing in the world.
Yeah.
As somebody who I have PCOS, I have polycystic ovary syndrome, so I've had heavy, painful periods all my life.
Mm,
Um, so I first went on birth control because of that.
yeah.
So having no periods was amazing. Um, but then slowly that started to like not be effective in that sense. So it's still working in a contraceptive sense, but it wasn't working in a hormonal sense anymore, even like
Mm,
after having a new one put in and stuff. And so I'm under the hospital for various things, waiting for procedures and stuff. Because it turns out I've also got fibroids, which are like little non-cancerous growths in the lining of the womb. which is why I had such an awful time to 2022, because they put me on 2 medications that were supposed to stop me bleeding completely, and they had the complete opposite effects.
Oh, fucking hell. Just what you want.
Yeah, perfect. But I find my week before is when I'm most shit. So my joints feel shit, which apparently is a hormonal related thing as well. It's why women are more prone to things like knee injuries, like ACL type injuries and things like that,
Yeah.
because the hormones have an effect on our ligaments and tendons, which is supposed to be preparing you for having a baby. But obviously, we don't have a baby every month, so if not do that, please, would be nice.
Not very helpful.
Not really. And I have had 2 knee surgeries because I did completely bugger my knee. And that was before I started. In fact, that's why I started lifting.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I get the week before, I'll get like all sorts of hormonal symptoms. Boobs get sore, so log press is a nightmare. I feel weaker. I don't recover as well. My joints feel shit. So like moving events, things like that feel bad because I feel like, my knees are going to give way or my elbows are aching or things like that, which is weird. It's like I didn't realise what it was until I read into it more, because we're not taught these things. It's just like figure out what's going on. But apparently that kind of thing is worse as you get like closer to menopause, because the hormone fluctuations are worse because your body's doing its own thing. But then usually after the first day, I actually feel stronger. So that from like the first or second day of my actual period to like the week after, those 2 weeks are my best.
Yeah.
That's when I want that to be when comp is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's what I want comp to be in those 2 weeks, because I know things are going to go well. And I tend to have 1 week where my overhead doesn't go as well, and 1 week where my deadlifts and things like that don't go as well, which is also kind of odd. It seems to affect different things at different points in my cycle, which is a bit weird, but it's just something I've noticed.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I know it's such a big like topic of conversation with a lot of women, because like obviously it affects everybody differently as well. So it's just interesting.
Exactly. I know some people actually adjust their training, but I don't do that. I'm aware, if you know what I mean. So if my deadlifts that should feel comfortable are feeling crap, it's like, I know why. I still do them. I just put up with them feeling crap.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's a really interesting point, because I've done a bit of like research, not loads on it though, but it does sort of like the general research is not to really change your training unless you're having like really, really like horrific symptoms, is to try and keep your training as steady and just listen to your body instead and how that's reacting, instead of completely change up your training each time. Because fucking hell, you'd never get anything done otherwise, would you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like it might be something as simple as like, if I've been programmed like 5 sets of 5, I might end up doing 5 sets of 3 or something instead. But I won't like I wouldn't drop the weight as a rule. I wouldn't, not do something. It's just I know why it's feeling bad that week compared to maybe 2 weeks ago when the same weight felt amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it makes it's a really good plan, that like, and it's just interesting and stuff. I feel like as I get into my like as I'm calling it now, my period journey with my new period, I'm like, wow, this is so interesting. And like, yeah, it's funny to find out. But I agree with you. The sore boobs fucking suck. That's probably my worst side effect that I have, and like fucking log or any front carrying. Fucking stones bullshit. Awful. Yeah, I totally agree. The sore boobs suck, and the hunger thing. Like I've started to track my hunger now as well, because I was like, I was just like, this is fucking insane. I use that Flow app, which I absolutely love. It's really good.
I keep seeing those, but I haven't like used. I use my. Well, I was at one point using my phone and like tracking all my symptoms because I'd got so much going on. The doctors wanted to know what was going on. Now I'm just waiting. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it gives me a peace of mind, especially when I know my period's coming as well. Because then I'm like, I always get like the week before my period, I feel like I'm not myself. Like I'm not who I actually am. And I second guess everything that I'm doing. I feel like I've got like mad imposter syndrome all the time. And then literally my period will hit and I'll be like, who the fuck was that? Like, who's she?
Why was that happening? Yeah.
It's fucking mad, isn't it? But it's made me definitely like deal with the weird symptoms and the weird hormonal changes better, knowing that it's probably because of that. Because, like you said, no one fucking teaches you this shit. They're just like, you're a woman. Here, deal with this. Like, you should be fine. You'll work it out somehow. And you're like, could do like, fucking, why were we getting taught in sex ed how to put a fucking condom on? Teach me about my fucking period, mate. Might be handy.
I literally got told by a doctor when I first started trying to get help with what was going on that women usually just deal with these things.
Handy advice. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Just what I wanted to know, yeah. It's mental though, isn't it? So I remember, I was on the injection for like 10 fucking years. I've done everything as well. I had the implant, because I had the same thing. Horrific heavy periods. It was awful.
I had the implant and didn't stop bleeding for 3 months, so I had it took out.
Same, exactly the same. I had the implant, and like, I have no idea what doctor decided this. I had a shit GP when I was like sort of 17, 18 that were cunts. So I'd originally been on the implant. It was shit. So their next option for me, bearing in mind I've had no children, was the coil. So they put that in, and obviously it was the most. I don't know what your experience.
The copper one or the Marina one?
Yeah. So they put the copper one in, and honestly, I had the most adverse reaction to it ever.
No, that in my head makes no sense. So I was on the pill for years before and between having my children. I tried the implant between my middle son and my youngest, just for something that would be there all the time, but I wouldn't have to remember. Also ADHD, so something I don't have to remember is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
But like I say, bled for 3 months constantly, told them to take it out. And then after having my youngest, I was like, okay, I need to do something. I wanted to have my tubes tied. They wouldn't do that because although I'd got 3 children and had been married for years, I was only 27.
Dicks.
Literally told me when I went, my GP was all for it. She was great. But they have to refer you to a consultant at the hospital. And he even sat there and said, what if your husband dies and you meet somebody else?
Honestly,
my answer was, then he wouldn't be the man for me. And funnily enough, I had my youngest child in my early 20s. I'm now 44 and have never had another child. I clearly knew my body.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You can't make your own choice, though, as a woman, can you?
No, you never know.
Not. Might change your mind. Well, that'll be my problem to deal with then, won't it? Fuck you.
You know? So I ended up having the copper coil, but I was warned that it would probably make my periods even worse. So they were good. Like I say, my GP was very good. And she did say that she recommended the Marina. I was sceptical because when I fell pregnant with my eldest, I didn't know that I was pregnant for nearly 3 months. So I was like, I don't want something that then is going to take my periods away completely. And if it does fail, I'm not going to know.
Yeah, no idea what's happening.
It's like, I want to trust that the coil itself works first for the contraceptive purposes. So I had the copper one first, and it worked contraceptively, great. So I then, when I had that removed, I went to the Marina, and like I said, the first one I had was brilliant. And it's not like the Marina coil itself was brilliant. It's just my body's now doing other weird things, so it doesn't work as well as it did.
Yeah, no. Well, it was probably, I think, one of my most traumatizing moments, getting that coil put in and then taken out again. I don't think I've ever been through anything as painful or traumatic in my life.
Yeah, and especially if you were like 17, 18 at the time as well. Yeah,
I was a baby, and fuck me. After that, I thought, there's no way I'm having kids, because this is obviously what having a child is like, and this is the worst pain I've been in my life. Like, if anything, all you've done is make me more want to be sterilised, because like, since I've been 16, I've been going to the GP every year and asking them to do it, like, every single fucking year. And like, I've been together now with my husband for like 10 years. Like, I went I think 2 years ago, and I got referred up to like the next step of like getting your tubes tied, and I got exactly the same thing. Well, you might change your mind. You never know. Can you not get him to do it? And I was like, yeah, I probably can, but like, that's not his decision. Like, it's my decision for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, they won't do it. What they referred me and they told me to do was going to get it done privately and pay $4,000 to do it yourself. I was like,
nice.
Oh yeah, I've just got $4,000 spare. Look at me.
Yeah.
Just go and do it now, shall I? Yeah. Oh, I'll get 2 while I'm at it. Fucking hell, do me twice. Dickheads. But yeah, no, so yeah. And then I went on the depot injection. But then when I had the depot injection, I was on it because it worked really well. Like, I didn't get any periods. It was fucking piss easy. Like, every 3 months, they'd ring
Don't
me
get
and
jabbed.
tell me that I needed it. And I'd be like, sound jab me, fucking off we go. But the only problem is, so when I broke my foot a couple of years, well, 3 or 4 years ago now, when I went in after I broke my foot, I went to get my injection, like, I think a couple of weeks after I broke my foot. And the woman who did my injection was like, oh, have you had many broken bones? And I was like, no, this is my first one. And she was like, all right, because this injection makes your bones more brittle, you know, so, like, just something to be aware of. And I was like, well, no one fucking told me that, and I've been on it for 10 fucking years, you cunts. Like, what the fuck?
Fortunately, because of what we do, you've probably counteracted some of that.
Yeah, hopefully, because I was like, fuck, no one, and at one point, no one told me that there was adverse side effects to this injection, you dickheads. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've just been taking it willy-nilly. So that was my decision, was like, a couple of years ago, I was like, do you know what? I'm fucking done. I don't want any hormones. I want to see what my body's actually doing, because, like, I just had no control over my weight or anything like that. It was just fucking annoying.
That was the one reason I didn't have the injection. Was because I was told that it like really messed with your weight and stuff. So I was like, and I'd seen friends that had been on it and like ballooned basically. So I was like, yeah, no, you can keep that, thanks.
Yeah, I didn't struggle too much. Like, I put on a bit of weight when I first did it, but then I started in strength training like about like maybe 3 or 4 years after I'd started on the injection, and like I was all right, but I had no idea really what my body was gonna do at any moment. Like, when I was weighing myself, I'd just randomly have a couple of kilos on or a couple of kilos down, and like it was just fucking so over the top and crazy. And I just thought, nah, I'm fucking sick of this. So my husband actually did go and get a snip, which was handy as fuck for me. But like, because he's a nice guy and he fucking just like loves me and is nice. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't need him to go and do that for me.
Yeah.
But it was handy because then it meant I could just come off everything and go,
I
right,
haven't got to worry
sound,
about
like,
it. Yeah.
yeah, like, I'll see what my body does and see what happens. But yeah, like, it's just a fucking nightmare, isn't it? Like, nightmare being a woman.
Yeah, we have lots to deal with.
Pure bullshit, pure bullshit. Well, that was a great little period chat anyway. First one on the pod, we fucking love that. Right.
It is strong woman highs, so you know, it's all part of it.
Exactly. We've got to talk about everything. Like, this is a very important topic, I feel like, so
Definitely.
it needs to be said.
Definitely. When I first started having my issues, I did actually put videos like on my Instagram and stuff and shared it. So I was like, nobody talks about this stuff. Like,
yeah,
we need to.
100%.
This is what happens.
100%. Like, yeah, we need more information out there so that people can deal with it themselves. Because, like you said, we'd never get fucking taught it, do we? So might as well share as much information as we can with each other.
Big time.
Perfect. Right, let's move back to Strongwoman then. So, what would you say to yourself then when you first started the sport?
Oh, start sooner. I
think everyone would say that to themselves.
I do. It's the one thing I kind of look back at and go, what if I'd have started in my 20s? Or even like early 30s? Like, what if I'd have started lifting sooner? Like, where would I be? What would have happened? Like, and it, for me, it changed. Well, it put right things. So I'd had a lot of trauma in the past, and it gave me back. It gave me back, which I wish I could. Like, I did become a PT, and I was coaching women and stuff, and it was like seeing that in them. It's like seeing the confidence and stuff that it gave them. So my thing would be just try it. Just go and do it sooner.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd say to like anybody thinking about strength training, even if they don't want to do Strongwoman, just go and try it, because like seeing how it transforms like how you feel about yourself. Like, it doesn't. I don't really give a monkeys about how I look. I mean, how I walk around most times during the day now. But my self confidence previous lifting used to be very, very superficial. It wasn't a true self confidence. It was based on people's opinions of what I look like and society's opinions of what I look like. And lifting kind of threw that away. Like, don't give a monkeys. It's all about what I can do, and it's carried over into so many other bits of my life, and helped me with so many other things. So yeah, like, the advice would just be to start sooner, I guess, and not compare yourself to other people. Like,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get wrapped up in that, like, oh, but she's doing this, or she's only been doing it this long, and she can do this already. And so everybody's journey's different. Like, we're all on our own journey. We can all only do what we can do, and we should be proud of what we achieve. Like, admire
Yeah.
people and be like, yeah, I want to be like that, but not don't get caught up into that I'm not good enough because I'm not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I think that's super important. I say it all the time. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh,
Fucking ruins everything.
big time. Yeah, big time. Big time, definitely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
100%.
And probably find the community sooner.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be. And ask questions.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's so like open and like willing to talk as well.
Big
Like,
time.
and it, like you said with the community, I've never had as many fucking friends as I do now. It's mental. I thought I was like set like about fucking 5 or 6 years ago. I was like, right, this is my friend group, and now like that's it. And now I've got fucking friends all over the globe, and you're like, it's fucking mad.
Like,
this.
Man, it is. Like, I'll literally be talking to somebody from Australia, or talking to like I've got like and stuff, and just it's mad, and all over the country as well, which is like really, really nice.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? It's just a fucking good vibe. So yeah, if you're listening and you haven't got into it yet, do it now. do it now, because when you get into it, you'll think, fucking hell, should have started this sooner.
Yeah,
because we all do.
Exactly that.
Class. That's absolute class. Great advice. I love that. Right. Well, let's move on then to the final part of the podcast. So, everybody's favourite, the silly goose.
Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where our lips get loose and our minds run free. Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where we chat a load of shit that's of absolutely no use. It's silly goose time.
Hell yeah. So, Maria, do you have a silly goose you would like to bring to the table?
I have a few. So I've been prepared because this is my favourite bit, and the theme tune plays in my head on repeat on a regular basis.
I love that. Do you know what? People really hate that theme song, and I fucking love it.
Emma singing Silly Goose lives in my head rent-free.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what annoys me is when I actually got her on the pod a couple of weeks ago, she fucking didn't even remember the song. I was like, such a prick. Yeah, I do. I can sing it all the time. It's fucking. She's such a knobhead, isn't she? Knobhead.
No.
Debatable for me. She won't listen to this, so I don't care.
It's fine.
This will be the first episode she listens to, won't it? And I'll be like, oopsie. Oopsie.
Right. Thought you were my friend.
Fuck her. Too much airtime on this pod already. Go on to your silly goose, come on.
Right, okay, I've got to pick. So I've got the kids, and so I play a game with them that's a bit like Would You Rather? And so I've just taken some of the questions from that. We kind of picked some of our favourites. So, if you had the choice of being able to speak all languages or being able to speak with animals, which would you pick?
I know, like, instantly my head went animals, 100%. But then, realistically, my life would probably be so much easier if I just spoke loads of languages, because, like, I feel like I'd have so many opportunities for work there. But my heart would much prefer, my heart stay in animals, my head stay in languages. But,
yeah, my heart definitely says animals. And to be fair, that's why I picked this one, because I know you're also animal crazy. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Literally, it was. So me and Jacob were talking last night. We were talking about our dogs, and we were just like, I wonder what their memories are like. Like, I wonder how they remember things, and also, like, I just love to know, like, what they're thinking all of the time. Like, they're so like, they're just sometimes they do weird stuff, don't they? And I just want to know what's going through their head. Yeah, like, I wonder if during the day, like, they daydream about, like, things that happened ages ago. Like, do they? Like, because do they do the same thing as us?
Who knows? They definitely remember stuff, and they remember people. So it's like, what do they remember? Like, how do they?
Yeah, exactly.
Do they have, like, vivid memories like we have? Or is it just, like, vague, kind of like, oh, I remember that smell, or that person feeds me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so I bred a load of puppies last year from my like big wolf dog thing, Rogue, and we got one of them back just through unfortunate circumstances, like a couple of weeks ago. And he came back to the house, and it's almost like he remembers where everything is. Like, and he hasn't been there for maybe, I don't know, over a year. He's not been there. He's been in a different place, and like he still remembers where all the food's kept. Like he remembers like not to go too near the birds. And you're like, how do you remember this? Like you were 8 weeks old when you left here. Like how are your memories this good? But they must be. And like I wonder if his mum and his brother recognised him because they were like dead friendly with him straight away. They were like, oh, hey,
So
it's you, and he was like, oh, hey.
My sister breeds wolf dogs. She's got 6, I think, at the moment. And like hers remember like I sometimes it's been a year since I've seen them, and they remember me like instantly. It's Auntie Maria, like we're gonna get all the pets. Because I'm quite happy to be taken down under a big pile of fluff, and I don't care. And like they definitely remember, and she has meetups with the puppies from her litters and stuff that she organises, and they remember each other, and they're all like, oh yeah, hi, and so definitely. And like horses as well, horses remember things. Like there's been shown that like a person they haven't seen for 10 years or another horse that they were in a field with like 10 years ago, and then they meet them again, and it's like obvious that they remember each other. So it's like they definitely do.
It's crazy, isn't it? I'd just love to know what the actual memories are. Like, what are they thinking of them in pictures?
Like, and it's like the way they dream as well. It's like you watch them sleeping and they're like twitching and making noises. So they obviously dream. But it's like, what are they dreaming about?
Yeah, 100%. There's so much I need to know. I feel like you've convinced me around. Even my logical brain's going.
It's got to be the animals.
What kind of a vet you'd make if you could speak to animals, though? No? I'm like, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck being a translator. I'd much rather be a vet.
Yeah, you'd be so successful because animals could just tell you what's wrong.
100%. Yeah, it'd be fucking super easy, wouldn't it? You'd be making absolute bank. No, I like that one. Right, have you got any others?
Oh, go on. Yeah.
So I might as well do another one.
Would you rather have a pet dragon or a pet dinosaur?
Dragon.
Yeah, I think I'm more that way. I read books with dragons and stuff in as well, and I'm just like, dragons can fly, and I know some dinosaurs could fly, but they couldn't fly and run and breathe fire.
Exactly. I feel like the fire is the thing that sells the dragons to me. Have you read Fourth Wing?
Yes, I'm on.
Hell yeah!
I'm on the last one now. So yeah.
Oh my god, so good. I got really into them, and then I told my sister about them, and then she got really into them, and like, oh my god, if you've not read Fourth Wing yet, get on it. It's
definitely
dragon vibes.
Yes,
such good dragon vibes. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think the fire is the part that sells it for me with the dragons. Dinosaurs are cool, but like they're not breathing fire, are they?
No. The only thing with dinosaurs is you've got so many different types.
Yeah,
like you can have different dinosaur pets, from like a tiny little one to like a velociraptor to the big T-Rex.
I like them really, the big, long, tall ones. You know, with the big, long, tall necks. I don't know what they're called.
Brontosaurus, Diplodocus. One of them was proved to not exist, wasn't it? One of them was proved to be like a bit of a mush of others, but yeah.
I don't know enough about dinosaurs. It's just basically the one, you know, that's on. Is it Land That Time Forgot?
Land Before Time.
That's the one. Yeah.
That film is traumatizing.
It's a pretty traumatizing film, but it's so good though.
Yes.
Yeah, Littlefoot. That's
makes me cry. Makes me cry every time.
Yeah, I'd love one of them. I'd love a Littlefoot, my own Littlefoot. But I feel like it wouldn't look quite like the cartoon. I'd be sad.
No, I have a feeling it wouldn't.
A 2D cartoon version of him. Yeah, 100%. I love that. That's class. Well, I'll quickly do my silly goose. My silly goose is a bit sad for you, to be fair, but mine is also Would You Rather. It's not sad. It's just it's not a nice one. So, would you rather have sandy feet all of the time or sticky hands?
Sandy feet.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that too.
Sandy, without a question. Like, I don't have to touch everything with my feet. I don't eat my food with my feet.
Yeah, very good.
I don't stroke my animals with my feet.
Yeah, it would make stroking a dog so much harder.
Oh God, yeah. You'd have fur hands.
Awful, absolutely awful.
Though I might be able to pick my one cat up without actually picking her up then, because she's only little. So if she's just stuck, I could just like touch her and lift her off the floor.
Well, as well, strongman would be so much easier.
Well, it would.
Never fail a deadlift strapless or
Yeah,
farmers.
yeah. Although I don't usually drop them, I'm just really slow. Got really good
You don't
grip.
need it then.
I'm just really slow.
I need to ask this to someone who has really bad grip.
Yeah, my grip's great. I could like time holds and things like that. I could go for ages, but I'm not fast.
Yeah, sticky hands aren't going to benefit you too much then, are they?
Not
I just
really.
thought it would just be handy, wouldn't it? Like, never have to put tacky on again. My hands are already sticky, mate. Bam!
Yeah,
Stone,
that
done.
would be helpful. Maybe if the stickiness was like water activated or something, like so you had to do something for the stickiness to come out, then that would be great. But if it was just sticky all the time, that's just going to make life hard. Like you pick your spoon up to eat your breakfast, and then what to do because it's stuck. And you try and take it off with the other hand, but your other hand's sticky too, so then it's stuck to the other hand. You just go in an endless cycle of never being able to pick anything up.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like it's just sticky hands for me is the worst thing ever. Like every time I meet a child and it's got sticky hands, I'm like, why? Fuck off! Get away from me with your horrible, gross sticky hands, mate. Like,
yeah, because then you're wondering why their hands are sticky as well.
Yeah, what have you been touching? Like, I definitely don't want you to touch me now with those hands. Gross. Keep away from me.
And like sandy feet, like I love being on the beach, and I always I'll walk barefoot on the beach. So sandy feet. If I'd then got to put them in my shoes, that might be an issue. But I could just walk around barefoot.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. You do have to have sandy feet in it. Like if they were sandy all the time, like it's one or the other. Sandy full time.
Live in Crocs.
But yeah, I still think like
my feet would
Crocs sandy all
the
time anyway.
No.
Yeah. Well, I knock about in Crocs and threadbare socks because I won't buy my own socks until Christmas time. So, well, I wait.
My kids do that.
I'm not buying myself socks. That's fucking wild. Like, I've never bought a pair of socks myself in my life. But like, yeah, I think like my fucking feet are already a bit grim and sandy all the time anyway. So like,
yeah, it's not going to bother
change my life that much. Yeah. Right, well, that's brilliant. What a great silly goose. Thanks for bringing some to me. I fucking love a silly goose, mate. I'd like to hear what everyone else thinks about the Would You Rathers too. Let us know in the comments.
I've got to say, when you did the Bermuda Triangle one the other week, and you asked, I can't remember who it was, but you asked somebody and they had no clue what it was. It was such a thing as a kid in the 80s and the early 90s. That you were told about the Bermuda Triangle. So I think it's a generational thing. So anybody like who's under 30, like well under 30, isn't going to have a clue because it just seemed to disappear. But we were like,
no one was worried about it.
There was TV programs. It was everywhere. It was like, it's this big scary thing, and then it just vanished. Yeah. So I was listening to that one, and I was like, how can you not know what the Bermuda Triangle is?
Yeah, 100%. I can't remember who that was, but yeah, I totally agree. But I do totally agree with you. When we were younger, like I remember the Bermuda Triangle being something to be afraid of, and quicksand.
I was just going to say that was the other thing. Yeah, you were always warned about quicksand.
Where the fuck did quicksand go? Like it doesn't exist anymore.
Western Beach.
Oh, quicksand.
People still get stuck on Western and Bream Beach.
I feel like I'd like to get stuck in quicksand just to see what it's like. In a safe environment where I knew I was going to get rescued. But I would like to see what it was like.
It was in all, like, films and everything as well. Like, there'd be a person or an animal sucked into the quicksand. And so, 100%. Like, it's always a thing to be scared of. And it was like, but you never encountered it, like, in real life.
No. It's like that never-ending story where that horse went into the bog.
That's, like, one of my favourite films of all time, but also traumatises me every time.
Same. I fucking love it, but that bit with the horse, I'll skip through it, mate. Can't watch it. Awful. Absolutely. If you've never watched it, Never Ending Story, watch it, but that comes with a warning.
With a box of tissues.
You'll be crying. You'll be crying whether you like it or not. It's traumatizing. Class. I love this. This has been like a little throwback episode, hasn't it? Right. Well, look, I won't keep you any longer. So what would you like to plug, or where can people find you if they want to follow along with your journey, all that sort of jazz?
So I am Maria Flump on Instagram. That's the best place to find me.
Why are you called Maria Flump? Just give me that reason, because I don't actually know where this nickname's come from.
So Flump was from way before Strongman, before I was even lifting. Group of friends, and I can't even remember. We're having one of those random conversations that just goes like all over the place. And they came to the conclusion that I am like one of the Flump sweets. I am soft, I am sweet, and a little bit twisted.
That's very good. I do like that. It works, yeah.
It stuck. And like at one point on Facebook, we had like Flump or some variation of Flump as our middle, like all of us as our middle names. And it just stuck. And so then when I created Instagram, it kind of came across to there, and it's just stuck. So I now also plugging something. I am selling T-shirts with so Sheridan created me a logo based around the Flump. So it is a girly Flump. She's got a ponytail lifting.
Hell yeah.
So I have T-shirts that I'm using as fundraisers for like OSG and stuff. So if anybody wants one of those, drop me a message, because the first ones I go to pick them up later today actually. So I'll put a post out on my Instagram, and you'll be able to message me if you want to order one too. But yeah, so Maria Flump is I'm on Instagram there. So yeah.
Hell yeah, we love
and then
that.
I'll plug my youngest's coaching as well. His name is quite boring, and it's just based around his name, like Anthony Krzesinska. So, but I can send you the link to add it to the thing.
I'll tag it in the show notes below on the episode, yep. So if you want to find it, you can find it there. We don't have to try and spell it out on the pod. No one's going to get that. But no, perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on, Maria. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
I listen every week, so it's like, yeah.
We love that. A solid fucking podcast listener. Yes. Proper love that. Right. Well, thank you very much. And we will see you all on the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Strongwoman Highs, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the podcast, then please give us a follow on Instagram. Or if you would like, we're also on buymeacoffee.com/strongwomanhighs. This is where you can send us tips, or you can also join our membership area, which is $5 a month or £4 a month. It's the silly gosling level. We'll post out any extra content that we get on there, and hopefully a few little free giveaways of things as well. The podcast currently doesn't cost a lot to run, which is what we're trying to keep it as, but we would like to be able to cover our costs, and also once those costs are covered, any profit that is made on Strong Woman Highs will be getting saved up and put into a pot for future Strong Woman competitions that we can sponsor. So if you have a Strong Woman competition that you'd like to be sponsored, or if you want to be on the podcast, then give us a shout, send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere else you can get us, and we'll get it sorted, because the more women that we can get on, the better. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye!